It's about time I was allowed to have some fun. Now I'm gonna teach our visitor a lesson.
No, don't do it! He's too powerful!
Ah! You're right. Why didn't you tell me sooner?
If you're grinding the ranked ladder in TEPPEN, no doubt that you've run into this big guy a few times, and it makes sense that Nerg is getting a lot of use. He's pretty good. If you watched my last video, I briefly touched on how popular Nerg is in the game's early meta. That's because of his second hero art, Spike Launch. It deals damage to all enemy units equal to the amount of life points you've sacrificed throughout the match. And when I say sacrificed, I'm not talking about damage as in an enemy unit hits you in the face and you take 3 damage, that counts to it. That's not what this means. It means cards that specifically sacrifice life points in order for you to play them. Many black cards deal damage to your own hero, making it very easy to buff up the damage. And it doesn't change if you heal yourself. Even though the damage is spread randomly, it's still the most cost-effective board clear in the game. Nerg's potency doesn't sit well with many players, some of them taking to Twitter, Reddit, and Discord to vent. Others are embracing Nerg's potential and riding the dragon up the ranked ladder. So what kind of decks work well with Spike Launch? There are 2 popular versions, Mono Black and Green and Black. I personally prefer the latter, so that's the deck we'll dive into today. Before we go deeper into this list, do you want more TEPPEN videos? Hit the subscribe button and be sure to comment what you want to see me do next. You can also click the little bell so YouTube will be kind and let you know, hey, Stout put out another video, you should totally go watch it. This deck uses a mixture of black cards that sacrifice life points for more power, on top of green cards to heal you back up. We'll call it BG Rushdown. There are several decks using this strategy with Nerg, but this is the one I've been using. Nello Angelo, Crow, Great Gyros, and Hunter are all units that sacrifice life points to play. The bigger price means they're stronger than other units with the same MP cost. Wheelgator is a meat shield. He's got lots of health to soak up damage dealing actions and hero arts. Zombie is cheap. He gives you bonus MP when he dies, and he has Revenge. We're specifically using the 3-2 version for this deck. William Birkin buffs the attack power of every other unit on your field, but he also costs some life points to play. Spreading Infection is a legendary card that fills up every available space on your board with zombies. The 2-3 version with Revenge specifically. If you don't have it, craft it, it's definitely worth having. Psycho Power sacrifices life to boost a unit +2/+2. Wall Jump gives 1 unit shield. Also, you may not know this, but shields do stack, so keep that in mind. Sibling Memories heals you for 6. Selfish Predation also heals you, but it destroys one of your black units. This card actually heals you for 7. Gathering Effluvium sacrifices 2 life to destroy an enemy unit that costs 3 MP or less. Murderous Spikes is a similar card, but you lose 3 life to kill a unit with 2 attack or less. And finally, Destructive Instinct destroys an enemy unit and deals damage equal to its attack to you. So I decided to do things a little bit differently. I'm going back through entire matches, not just clips, and I want to kind of explain my thought process as I go through this, but keep in mind, I'm not perfect by any means. So I start right here with Nello Angelo because he's beefy, he's got HP, and Ryu is really good at burning down units efficiently, which you're going to see multiple times. You'll see there that unit right there burns down 3 of mine. Nello Angelo's HP, and he swings in for 2 right at the kill. So I play Crow here, go ahead and get that life going down, but naturally he counters with the rare version of BB Hood, which cleans up. And that's, you know, if you're new to this game, that's what Ryu is really good at. So I make the decision to do Spreading Infestation to fill up my board. Spreading Infestation is a really cost-efficient and powerful black card, probably one of the more powerful black cards. And he's actually responding with Sneak Attack, which is good because when you enter Active Response, your enemy actually gets 2 bonus AP that goes away at the end of the chain. So it's really efficient for him to pop Sneak Attack at that time. Now you notice he's kind of flooding the board. This is kind of chaotic, but basically what happens is he drops Axel to try to clean up all the zombies as best as he can. Then he cleans up with Shinku Hadouken and wipes my board, which is ultimately for us is okay. So I make the decision to go ahead and play this card here to get rid of his Axel, which has 2 attack, or actually I think that one's based on cost. But I did that because I didn't think I'd get another opportunity to use it, because most of Ryu's cards are higher cost than that. But it's okay, because we get a zombie back that is stronger than one that was killed earlier, so we drop it. He's going to throw chain fire, and ultimately we're going to pop shield to keep our unit, because he doesn't have Shinku Hadouken on deck just yet. He's swinging for 3, and we're a little bit behind. But we also have Spike Launch on deck, which will come into play here shortly. So drop Nello Angelo. We're getting pretty low here, so we're going to be looking for opportunities to heal. He drops BB Hood to clean up Nello Angelo pretty well. Gets all the damage, or most of the damage on that. But we still come out okay. We drop another zombie, which is cost efficient. We're going to get an MP back when it dies. Plus, we'll get another one coming back with Revenge. So we're entering active response here, and he's playing the AoE deal 4 damage to all units. So what I'm going to actually do here is I'm going to use Psycho Power to keep one zombie alive. The other one we can't really save, so we're just going to let it go. Plus, we're going to get a bonus MP out of it, so ultimately it's okay. We throw out Wheel Gator because he's beefy. He's got a lot of HP, and kind of, with 10 HP from the start, puts him out of range of Shinku Hadouken. He's going to have to throw more than one action to get rid of it. So he's going to Shinku Hadouken it, drop it down to 3. He's kind of hoping that his Forest is going to clean up, because when Forest dies, he deals 1 damage to every enemy unit, or every unit on the board, excuse me, and every hero. So you'll see when he dies, 1 damage across the board. So we've kind of closed the gap here, and we kind of have control, because we've got responses in our hand to pretty much anything he can do. So I make the decision, because we have shield and we have an abundance of AP, we're going to throw it on the zombie, because we want it to live for a little bit longer, because we don't want Neon Tiger getting us any closer to a loss. He makes the decision to chain fire Wheel Gator, which we let go, because at this point we have advantage. We have other creatures in our hand, including our 1-cost zombie, which we're going to drop. Not going to make the decision to play Crow. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, we did. Made the decision to play Crow because Zombie was already in a position to clean him up, and he was low on AP, MP. So that actually ended up working out in favor for us. You have to bear with me. This game is very fast, so it's difficult to do accurate commentary and kind of follow the entire thought process. So I'm not really in love with this hand that we start out with. Nello Angelo will drop first because he's beefy. We go ahead and drop some HP, which beefs up Spike Launch. The zombies are okay early on, because once they get popped, they'll give us bonus MP, and they have a chance to come back a little stronger than usual. Leon Kennedy is really annoying in that he adds 1 damage to basically every damage dealing effect Ryu has. So immediately we're going to try and destroy that with one of our actions. He's going to chain fire in response on Nello Angelo. But I make the decision to use Psycho Power here to keep Nello Angelo alive. It's really aggressive. We're going to lose 5 HP from this. But ultimately, we're a little ahead of the AP curve in getting Spike Launch, and we protect one of our bigger damage dealers. Now, he's going to go away because Ryu's got a lot of options here. And even though we dropped Great Gearus there, most of the damage went on Nello Angelo, which... it's RNG, it happens, but we still have board advantage right now. We're going to start dropping those zombies to get that bonus MP when they die. Until then, they're just going to keep swinging. These small threats against Ryu are kind of annoying, but he's got to clean up here, so he's going to try and wipe the board, but we're actually going to use Selfish Predation to destroy our zombie. We're going to get some health back. We're already running a little low, and he's going to respond with Headshot because he's got bonus AP. And that's what Ryu, at least a Ryu in this style, is going to do. So the board is wiped, and we play Zombie, which gives us Spike Launch. Don't have anything to use it on yet. We're going to sit on it. But our HP is doing okay. We've dealt enough damage to ourselves and healed up a little bit. So he plays Forest, and he's going to choose to Shinku Hadouken the Crow there, because the Crow can get pretty frustrating for him. So we drop another Crow. At this point, he's going to attempt to fire off another chain fire, which we cannot really do anything about. But we do counter with the bonus AP we get from active response, and we're going to go ahead and get rid of Forest. And he's going to counteract with Sneak Attack like Ryu the style would do. Nothing unexpected. So at this point I make a mistake, and I attempt to shield the Crow, and you're going to see that does not work, because the shield goes out, and then next to go is Forest. And when Forest dies, it's 1 damage to everything, popping the shield, and then his 5 damage goes off. So So if you get in a situation, don't do what I just did, because that was a mistake. That was a misplay on my part. But, you know, do a little bit better by explaining my thought process as I go. So we're doing okay. We've got Spike Launch on deck. We've got a pretty beefy board. So I go ahead and make the decision to throw out Spike Launch here just for one monster, because he just played it. He doesn't have a ton of MP, and we're going to get it back with our next play here, which is going to be William Birkin, who's good at beefing up. You know, he's good when you've got 2 other units on the board. We're low on HP, and I'm aware of that, but we've got a heal on deck, which makes it totally okay. And actually, we're going to pop it here as he used Dragon Lord's Judgment to attempt to clean up the board, and you'll see he comes up a little short. But we're going to get 6 back on that response, and we still have Spike Launch on deck. So even though he just attempted to burn us completely down, we still have Nello Angelo, we drop a Revenge Zombie, and we're in really good shape here. We pretty much have an answer to just about everything he could do. So we throw down William Birkin just to have that extra threat. He doesn't really have any answers for it, because, you know, we kind of had a response for everything in our hand. We were in a really good position, and as you can see, we clean up that game and we get the win. At the end of the day, Nerg Spike Launch definitely puts him in the top 3 heroes of the game, along with Ryu and, depending on who you ask, Chun-Li or Morgan. I'm sure this will change as the game gets balanced, and I do believe that Spike Launch will see an adjustment at some point. I'll have another deck video for you next week, but I also hope to have some other TEPPEN related videos out between now and then. Be sure to visit the subreddit and Discord for more information about this really fun game. Links are in the description. Good luck on climbing the rank ladder. See you next time.